Yo, personal productivity. This is a video for our VIP concierge clients, but we're going to share it with our list, we're going to share it publicly, we're going to share it with our coaching clients. But just to give you the context, this is for the clients who've been working on a productivity system that we've created called Work Your Plan for some time. This is a Work Your Plan sheet over here. It's essentially an integration of getting things done and Tony Robbins' rapid planning method and Stephen Covey's 7 habits system. It's essentially a system of making categories of improvement or areas of focus and responsibility, setting SMART goals each week, reviewing those goals, and a few other accoutrements on that process, but it's just a weekly practice to review and plan, review and plan. We're now attempting to upgrade into a synthesis of those systems with personal Kanban. And this video is an explanation of a personal Kanban system for our VIP clients. So there you go. So for those of you who are on the calls, this is the system that we're creating on a whiteboard. We're creating 4 categories: backlog, ready, doing, done. And you can see we've just used blue tape. You can peel this off, put it back on. It can be moved anytime. It can be moved in 10 minutes. It can be put together in 10 minutes. And then we created sticky notes where we're beginning to migrate from this practice on a sheet of paper and beginning to slowly move it over here. We could do a getting things done style backlog, it's called in personal Kanban, where we just spend hours and maybe days going through everything we have commitments to, running through a list of mental categories, clearing mental RAM, looking at the office, looking at inboxes, looking at files, and creating a huge backlog. And it would probably be this whole whiteboard would be backlog with sticky notes. But we're synthesizing a system in which we already have most of those contained, so we're kind of moving things over step by step. The gist of the video today, though, is just how to set up the physical space of a Kanban system. And so really, it's just 4 categories to start. And then we have these 2 subcategories at the bottom that we're using. One is today, things that need to be done today that just come up. Today we had an accounts receivable that needed to get handled in order for cash flow to stay positive and healthy. So we had to get something charged. That could have gone in today. In fact, I think it was it was in today. So Matt, our assistant, moved it. So we had one in there. This is working. Nice work. This can now get moved. This is a waiting on. So now this goes into doing. This is waiting on some information about a check. And now I've gotten the response. I have to follow up there. Backlog, as I understand it, are all the things that I'm not working on, but I may need to work on or I've thought about working on. Ready are things that I'm not working on, but are good to go. They're important. And doing, it's pretty straightforward. These are projects we're working on. And done is very self-explanatory. Why we're doing it this way is because as entrenched as we are in the knowledge worker economy, we still don't have a lot of tools to deal with knowledge work. So much of our work is subjective. It's happening up here. This allows you to visualize your work. And in visualizing your work, it allows you to track flow through. On our call with our VIP clients, we made the distinction between capacity and flow through. And capacity is like this jar. I like to drink out of these wide mouth ball jars. I think water tastes better out of a ball jar. That's capacity. I could have that full, and I could think of my time like a jar. I want to fill it up. But time and effectiveness and productivity is more like a highway. And to the extent that you fill the highway is the extent that you lose efficiency on the highway. So a full highway doesn't run. This begins to allow you to visualize your flow through rate. How much can you move into your system? And you begin to have a more concrete physical relationship with the activities that you're doing so that you visualize them. It's not in your brain. That's a getting things done principle. Get things out of the mind and get them someplace where you can track them. But it also makes it physical in a way that you can see things moving. And you can begin to learn, which we've been doing with the Work Your Plan sheet, by tracking percentages. For those of you who don't know, basically each week you just create a percentage of how much did I complete that I said I was going to complete, from 0 to 100%. You begin to understand how much you can commit to and follow through on, but it takes that principle and makes it even more concrete by giving you physical components to move. So this is it. This is the personal Kanban system. This is the migration of our Work Your Plan process to personal Kanban. The big takeaway here for you is to see how you can set up with blue tape on a whiteboard 4 columns, backlog ready, doing done, 2 adjunct holding areas, things to do today, holding pen. Holding pen we didn't get into. It's just things that you're waiting on other people for, really, or you're waiting on something else to happen. And that's it. That's the gist of the content for today. There'll be more content on personal Kanban and how then we create a system that integrates this, and then a little bit more about the forthcoming manuscript that we're working on. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. Email me or contact me. If you're not a client and you're interested in working with us, this has piqued your interest and you want to increase your personal productivity, let us know. We'd love to hear from you, and we certainly can help you out.